There is a higher frequency vibrating through every cell of creation, a rhythm that only the awakened can hear, and when you tune your spirit to that rhythm, doors open that once seemed sealed by fate. This is the billionaire frequency, the vibration of infinite supply where nothing is missing and everything you desire already exists in divine order. You are not meant to live in limitation. You are designed for greatness, yet many walk through life, tuned to the wrong station, broadcasting worry, fear, and doubt, and wonder why the signal of prosperity cannot reach them. The universe does not respond to need, it responds to vibration, and your thoughts are the transmitter that sends your signal out into the world. Every word you speak is a command, every affirmation is a decree, and every feeling is a magnetic current drawing its match from the unseen realms. When you speak of lack, you amplify it. When you declare abundance, you multiply it. Speak not of what is missing, but of what is manifesting. See not the emptiness, but the overflow, for your imagination is the womb of creation, and whatever image you hold, there will take form in your life. Faith is the electricity that powers the current of manifestation. You cannot tune into abundance while holding the static of doubt. Faith clears the noise, it sharpens the signal, and it anchors your spirit in the truth that wealth is your birthright. The universe is not withholding anything from you, it is only waiting for you to believe enough. Receive when you rise in the morning. Decree that money flows to you through expected and unexpected channels. Affirm that you are a magnet for divine opportunities. Walk with the confidence of one who already holds the treasure, for the law is precise, it cannot fail. When your frequency matches vibration of abundance, wealth must appear. Gratitude is the key that keeps you aligned. Every time you give thanks for what you have and what is yet to come, you lift your vibration higher than fear, higher than lack, higher than doubt. Gratitude says, I already have it, and the universe replies, yes you do. When challenges appear, do not curse them, for they are but stepping stones, polishing your faith, training your mind, and preparing your spirit for greater capacity. No one receives great wealth without great responsibility, and so every trial is a teacher shaping your strength for the abundance ahead. Not chase money, become money, become the vibration of wealth itself. Move through the world with the calm assurance that you are provided for in all ways. See yourself as the channel through which prosperity flows to bless others. When you give freely, you declare to the universe, I have more than enough. And that declaration multiplies what you hold. Guard your mind, for it is the sacred gate through which your reality enters. Refuse to dwell on loss or comparison. Keep your heart clean, your thoughts radiant, your words filled with power and truth, for what you send out must return in kind. And finally, surrender not in weakness, but in wisdom. Trust that what is yours cannot be taken. What is delayed is only refining its form, and what you seek is already seeking you. Step boldly into the current of divine wealth. Let go of fear and tune your soul to the frequency of infinite supply, for when you vibrate as a billionaire in spirit, the world has no choice but to mirror that wealth back to you. The universe is a living pulse, a constant rhythm of invisible movement flowing through all that exists. Everything seen and unseen is energy vibrating at specific frequencies, and these frequencies determine what we attract and what we repel. Every person is like a radio transmitter, broadcasting thoughts and emotions into the ether and receiving back experiences that match their signal. When one understands this divine truth, they awaken to a new dimension of power, the realization that wealth is not earned through toil alone, but magnetized through vibration. For everything that exists in your life is a reflection of your inner frequency. And when you tune that frequency to abundance, the universe cannot resist responding in kind. There is a sacred law governing this field of vibration, and it is impartial. It does not favor one soul over another. It simply mirrors the energy projected by the individual. If a person lives in fear, their life will echo with scarcity. If they think in confidence, their world will bloom with opportunity. Every thought carries a magnetic charge. It travels outward like waves from a stone dropped into still water, and the ripples of those thoughts move through space, drawing to you the experiences that resonate with them. The rich man and the poor man are both creating their reality. One vibrates to plenty, the other to lack. One sees doors open effortlessly while the other struggles to find the key, yet both are guided by the same unseen principle. The moment you choose to think abundance, you begin to alter your vibration, and the universe begins to rearrange itself in response. This is not mere imagination. This is divine mathematics. Energy cannot lie. What you broadcast you must receive to tune into the billionaire frequency is to command your inner energy to vibrate at the level of limitless supply, to see yourself not as a seeker of wealth, but as a living source of it. Your thoughts are electric currents, your emotions are magnetic fields together. Form the blueprint that constructs your reality. When your blueprint is filled with ideas of expansion, generosity, and faith, the building of your life rises in harmony with prosperity. To align with this frequency, you must first recognize that abundance is not something outside of you, it is within you. It is the natural rhythm of your soul. When you were born, you were in perfect harmony with the rhythm of creation. A child does not doubt provision, it simply expects it. That trust is pure alignment. Over time, fear and doubt build static around that natural frequency, cutting off the clear signal of divine supply. To restore the connection, one must clear the interference of negative thought and reawaken the original vibration of confidence, love, and gratitude. This tuning is not done through effort or struggle. It is achieved through awareness. You become what you focus on. If you focus on debt, you amplify it. If you focus on freedom, you attract it. Every time you imagine yourself surrounded by wealth, every time you speak words of success, every time you feel gratitude for what you already have, you raise your vibration and send a signal that commands the universe to match your energy. Thought is cause, experience is effect. When you shift the cause, the effect must transform. It is impossible for abundance to flow to a mind obsessed with lack. The vibration of fear blocks the current of prosperity as surely as a wall blocks the wind to open the channel. You must first open your heart. Faith is the frequency that harmonizes you with supply. When you believe without hesitation that there is infinite provision available, the universe answers with evidence of that belief. Your belief becomes the tuning fork that vibrates in perfect harmony with the rhythm of divine wealth. When you hold the vibration long enough, reality bends to meet it. You cannot serve two vibrations at once, one of fear and one of faith, one of lack and one of abundance. You must choose your station consciously. Each day, decide what frequency you will tune your mind to, for your dominant vibration becomes your destiny. Abundance is not an accident. It is the result of spiritual discipline, a daily decision to broadcast thoughts of plenty, even when appearances suggest otherwise. What you see in the physical world is only the echo of your past vibration. If you wish to change your life, you must first change the signal. There is a majestic silence between thoughts, a space where the divine power speaks, and it whispers always abundance, peace, harmony, joy. When you quiet the noise of worry, you begin to hear that voice clearly, and it tells you all supply is already yours. When you live in alignment with that truth, you will find that opportunities arrive without strain. Money appears through inspired channels, and the right people are drawn to you as if by fate. This is not coincidence, this is resonance. The vibration of wealth is joy. The frequency of prosperity is gratitude. When you feel good, you are rich. When you appreciate what you have, you are multiplying it. Unseen forces are constantly responding to your emotional tone, and gratitude is the highest signal you can send. It announces to the universe that you already possess what you desire, and the law responds by giving you more of it. When you feel grateful for every coin, every breath, every sunrise, you create a field of magnetic energy that attracts abundance from every direction. To live on the billionaire frequency is to live in unwavering certainty that you are one with the infinite source of all good. You no longer beg, you no longer chase, you no longer compete, for you know that the supply is infinite and your portion cannot be diminished. What is meant for you cannot be taken. What is delayed is never denied. It is only aligning with your vibration. Every delay is a signal to tune higher. Every challenge is a reminder to refine your frequency. You are not a beggar at the gates of heaven. You are the heir of divine riches. Everything you desire already exists in the invisible bank of creation, waiting for your signal to withdraw it. When you hold the vibration of abundance, you draw from that infinite account without limit. For the universe measures not by effort, but by energy. Your energy is your currency. Your belief is your wealth. Your thoughts are your investments, and the return is guaranteed by law. So rise each day and tune your mind to wealth. See yourself surrounded by gold light. Feel the energy of freedom move through your veins. Speak words that vibrate with power. Act as if you already possess everything you desire, and soon the outer world will mirror the inner reality. This is the frequency of billionaires, not because of the numbers in their accounts, but because of the expansiveness of their faith. They know that wealth is not something you pursue, it is something you become. You are the transmitter and the receiver, you are the station and the signal. And when you choose to vibrate in alignment with infinite supply, the whole universe becomes your orchestra, playing the melody of abundance in perfect harmony with your soul. Tune yourself to that rhythm, stay in that vibration, and watch as the unseen becomes seen, the intangible becomes tangible, and the frequency of wealth becomes the song of your life. Every thought that moves through your mind carries a vibration, and that vibration is a message sent into the great field of creation. Your thoughts are not empty, they are alive. They are energetic blueprints shaping your reality. Even when you are unaware of it, when you think thoughts of wealth, you are sending out waves of prosperity. When you think thoughts of fear, you are calling back experiences that mirror scarcity. This law is precise, it is unchanging. It does not sleep or rest, it responds to every mental picture, every emotional feeling, every spoken word. Imagine your mind as a magnet, constantly drawing to you the essence of what you think about most. If your thoughts are rich and confident, the magnet becomes charged with success, pulling opportunities, people, and circumstances that reflect those same qualities. If your thoughts are filled with worry and doubt, the magnet weakens, it draws confusion and delay. The difference is not luck, it is frequency, it is alignment. Every person alive is broadcasting a signal through their thoughts, and the universe is simply echoing that signal in material form. The person who constantly affirms wealth and possibility sets up a vibration that commands abundance to appear. They may not know how or when it will come, but the law ensures that what it sent out must return multiplied. Thought is the original currency of the universe. Before any coin is minted, before any fortune is built, there is always a thought, a mental image that precedes it. Every empire, every invention, every discovery was once only a vibration in someone's mind. The power that built cities and created industries is the same power moving silently through your own consciousness, waiting for direction, waiting for belief. To think abundance is to open the gates of infinite supply. To think limitation is to close them tight. You cannot hold two opposing vibrations and expect harmony. When you dwell on prosperity, you lift your frequency high enough to attract new ideas, creative inspiration, and divine timing. Your outer world begins to reflect that inner expansion. People call it coincidence, but there is no such thing. It is simply the law of attraction, returning your mental broadcast with precision. Your words strengthen the power of your thoughts. When you speak of success, you are carving pathways in the invisible realm for it to reach you. When you speak of struggle, you reinforce the very chains that hold you. The one who keeps their speech pure and their mind expectant becomes unstoppable. The law does not respond to complaints, it responds to conviction. To speak, I am wealthy, I am guided, I am surrounded by opportunities, is to stamp those vibrations with certainty and send them forth to bring back proof. To truly live in alignment with this truth, one must learn to control mental focus, for thoughts are seeds, and the soil of the mind is always fertile. Whatever you plant, there will grow. So plant riches, plant joy, plant possibility. Do not allow the weeds of worry to overrun your garden. When doubt tries to whisper, remind yourself that every great fortune was once invisible, that all visible things were born from unseen thought. The invisible is the workshop of creation, and your mind is its master builder. Energy follows attention. If you place your attention on lack, you are feeding that frequency. If you place your attention on wealth, you are nourishing abundance. This is why gratitude is so powerful. It directs your thoughts toward what is working, toward what is growing, toward what is enough. When you give thanks, even for the smallest blessings, you are confirming to the universe that you recognize its supply, and that recognition multiplies it. What you bless increases, what you criticize diminishes, what you appreciate expands beyond measure. There is no limit to the good you can receive. When your mind is tuned to the vibration of the spirit, the universe does not measure by effort, it measures by frequency. You do not have to struggle to make things happen. You only have to align yourself with the energy of what you desire and allow it to unfold in perfect timing. When you stay consistent in your thinking, when you refuse to let fear pull you from your frequency, everything begins to rearrange in your favor. Doors open, ideas flow, Synchronicities appear. This is not magic. This is the precision of spiritual law. The truth is, you are never waiting for money. Money is waiting for you to think rightly, to believe boldly, to vibrate at the level of abundance that matches your destiny. Each time you choose a positive thought, you are tuning the dial of your life toward a higher signal. You are stepping into the rhythm where prosperity already exists. This rhythm is eternal. It does not begin or end. It is simply waiting for your agreement. Once you agree, once you align, once you hold that vibration steadily, the entire field of creation responds. So guard your thoughts with reverence. Treat them as the sacred instruments of creation that they are. Do not scatter them on fear or doubt. Invest them in faith and possibility, for the universe keeps perfect record of every thought sent forth. Your life today is the harvest of yesterday's thinking, and your future will be the harvest of today's thoughts. Choose carefully, choose consciously, choose abundance in every moment, and watch how swiftly the world rearranges itself to match the new song of your mind. True riches do not begin in gold or paper, they begin in unseen chambers of the mind. Before money can appear in your hands, it must first exist in your thoughts, for the universe delivers in form what you have already accepted in spirit. Everything you see around you was once only an invisible idea. Every building began as a vision in the imagination. Every invention was born from thought. And so it is with wealth. Your financial world is a mirror of your inner world. When you hold images of plenty, your outer world reflects prosperity. When you hold images of fear, your outer world echoes struggle. The mind is the workshop where all success is first built. To live richly, one must first think richly. You cannot expect abundance while entertaining thoughts of lack, for the law of creation brings forth only what matches the vibration of your dominant thought. When you say, I cannot afford this or that, you are closing the gate of supply. When you say, I am surrounded by infinite possibilities, you are opening that gate wide and inviting abundance to enter. Your words are living seeds, and the soil of your consciousness will grow whatever you plant there. So choose your thoughts with intention and tend them daily with faith. Wealth is not given by chance. It is attracted by consciousness. Those who live in prosperity have learned to claim it within before it manifests without. They walk in the feeling of sufficiency even when their pockets are empty. They speak words of assurance even when evidence is not yet visible. They understand that faith is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, and that bridge must be crossed with confidence. When you affirm, I live in a universe of supply, you are aligning your vibration with that truth, and the invisible forces of creation begin to shape events in your favor. Your outer circumstances are always an echo of inner beliefs. If your belief says money is scarce, then life will mirror scarcity. If your belief says money flows easily, then life will flow with ease. The universe is exact. It cannot return what you have not sent. Every thought is a command, every emotion a signal, every belief a magnetic pulse. Rich man is not rich because of what he owns, but because of what he believes he owns. His consciousness is saturated with ideas of expansion. He expects wealth, and therefore wealth recognizes him. When you visualize abundance, do it not with desperate longing, but with calm certainty. Feel the emotion of having already received. For imagination is the womb of reality. The images you nurture with faith are the blueprints the universe uses to construct your experience. To imagine is to summon, to believe is to shape, to know is to possess. When you combine these powers, you become an unstoppable magnet. Prosperity. There is no power in worry. Worry creates confusion in the field of manifestation. Faith creates order. Worry lowers vibration and blocks the flow of opportunity. Faith lifts vibration and draws miracles toward you. When you catch yourself fearing lack, do not fight the fear, simply replace it with a stronger image of supply. See yourself walking confidently through open doors. See your accounts overflowing. See your life filled with harmony. The subconscious does not argue. It accepts the picture you hold and brings it to life. Wealth begins to flow when you stop chasing it and start embodying it. Act as one who already possesses abundance. Treat your surroundings with care. Carry yourself with grace and generosity. Give freely even when you think you have little. Forgiving is the proof of faith, and the universe rewards it. Every act of generosity announces to creation that you live in abundance, and creation responds with multiplication. What you give expands, what you withhold contracts. The energy of money is not stagnant. It moves where it feels welcomed. It stays where gratitude lives. When you appreciate every blessing, every opportunity, every small increase, you are aligning with the current of wealth, and that current grows stronger. Gratitude keeps your heart open and your vibration high, and from that high vibration new doors appear that once seemed invisible. To claim riches within means to see yourself as a creator, not a victim. To know that life is responding to you, not happening to you, that your thoughts and emotions are tools of design, not reactions to chance. This awareness transforms the ordinary person into a conscious architect of destiny. Every time you think a thought of success, you are laying a brick in the structure of your prosperity, and the more consistent you are, the faster that structure takes form. The law of abundance is simple yet profound. What you hold in mind, you hold in hand. To become rich in experience, you must first become rich in imagination. To attract opportunities, you must first think opportunities exist. To receive more, you must first believe there is more available. The mind is the doorway to the treasury of the universe, and faith is the key that unlocks it. Once you know that all supply begins within you, never again will you fear loss, for you will have found the endless fountain of creation flowing through your own consciousness. Faith is the invisible current that moves the universe. It is the silent energy that shapes destiny and the unseen force that opens every door. Faith is the spiritual currency that buys all things for those who truly believe. It is not hope. It is not wishful thinking. It is knowing. It is the inner conviction that the supply already exists even when eyes see emptiness. Faith is the key that unlocks the vaults of heaven and draws into your hands the treasures that belong to you. The one who believes deeply walks with a light that fear cannot extinguish, for faith is the vibration that harmonizes the soul with infinite abundance. When a person stands in faith, they break the illusion of limitation, for lack is only an appearance. It is a mirage created by fear. Faith dissolves that illusion like sunlight dissolves mist. The moment you declare that all things are possible, you command the universe to rearrange itself in your favor. Every molecule, every circumstance, every opportunity begins to shift to match the frequency of your belief. Faith is not a timid whisper. It is a bold decree spoken with the authority of one who knows that divine law cannot fail. The one who holds faith walks differently. They speak with calm assurance. Their words carry power, for they know they are backed by an infinite supply. They are not moved by outer appearances. They are anchored in an inner certainty that the unseen is more real than what the eyes behold. They understand that every delay, every challenge is not a denial, but a divine calibration, aligning them with greater blessings. Faith sees through obstacles and recognizes preparation. It knows that what appears as a detour is often the exact path to destiny. Fear and faith cannot occupy the same space. One must leave for the other. Remain. When fear enters, the vibration lowers, and the signal to abundance becomes distorted. When faith rises, the frequency clears, and supply begins to flow again. This is why those who keep faith steady, even in the storm, walk in miracles, while others see only chaos. Faith is alignment with divine law, and divine law always fulfills itself without exception, without failure, without delay. When the vibration of belief is pure and unwavering, the result must appear. Faith transforms the invisible into the visible. It is the bridge between thought and manifestation. Every creation begins in the unseen realm of belief before it can exist in the physical form. When you believe without question, you give permission for the unseen to take shape around you. This is why the universe responds not to pleading, but to certainty. Faith does not beg. Faith commands not from arrogance, but from divine authority. Knowing that the Creator has already declared abundance as your inheritance. To live in faith is to live as though the promise is already fulfilled. It is to act, to think, to walk as one who possesses everything they need. The person of faith does not say, "I will be rich." They say, "I am rich." They do not say, "One day I will have." They say, "I already have." And this declaration shifts the vibration instantly, because the universe recognizes the language of certainty. Faith speaks the language of creation, while doubt speaks the language of delay. Every thought backed by faith carries a force that cannot be resisted. When you think wealth with unwavering belief, you send out a current that moves through unseen channels, stirring opportunities, attracting allies, awakening inspiration, even moving people to act on your behalf. without your asking faith, turns imagination into evidence. It makes the impossible inevitable. It transforms waiting into receiving. Faith is not dependent on sight is dependent on faith. The eyes can only see what the heart has already believed. When the inner vision is strong enough, the outer world must bend to match it. This is the law. The invisible governs the visible. Unseen directs the seen. Faith plants the seed, belief waters it, and divine timing brings the harvest. Those who understand this never worry about how or when. They simply know that the seed must grow to maintain faith. You must guard your inner conversation, for doubt often enters not through crisis, through small whispers of unworthiness or impatience. Silence those voices by affirming truth again and again. Speak life, speak abundance, speak alignment. Repeat until the vibration of faith becomes natural, until your mind no longer entertains fear, until your spirit vibrates with unwavering certainty. For repetition carves new grooves of belief in the subconscious, and once belief becomes natural, manifestation becomes automatic. Faith does not chase, faith magnetizes. It does not struggle, it surrenders with power, knowing that surrender is not weakness, it is alignment. It is the release of control that allows divine order to work freely when you have done your part in thought and action. Faith says, now I rest, for it is done. This rest is not idleness, it is confidence, the calm stillness that declares the universe is working in my favor. And soon the results will appear. Faith is wealth in its purest form. It is the vibration that precedes all money, all success, all fulfillment. When faith fills the mind, abundance becomes inevitable. No matter the outer condition, for faith holds the power to recreate worlds. It is the unseen builder shaping the structure of destiny. It is the music that calls unseen riches into sound and form. When faith is alive, nothing is impossible, because faith and divine law are one. And the same words are not mere sounds, they are living forces charged with creative energy. Each word you speak carries a vibration that moves through the universe, shaping the substance of reality. Speech is the tool of divine creation. It is the command that gives form to the invisible. When you speak with conviction and gratitude, you are not simply talking, you are broadcasting your personal frequency into the field of creation. And the universe must respond accordingly. Your words are seeds, and the soil of the universe never rejects a seed. It simply grows whatever is planted, whether it be words of wealth or words of worry. Every statement you make is an instruction sent to the unseen. Your words are like messengers traveling into the infinite, delivering the order you have given. If you say, I am struggling, those words summon more struggle. If you say, I am blessed beyond measure, those words open the gates of abundance. The creative law does not distinguish between positive or negative. It only fulfills what it hears. That is why it is written that life and death are in the power of the tongue. For your tongue is the wand that casts the spell of your destiny. To speak with power is to understand that you are never speaking empty air. You are shaping energy. Every affirmation, every decree, every declaration is building or breaking the walls of your reality. When you speak with faith, you activate the frequency of divine law. When you speak with fear, you deactivate it. Your words can lift you into the vibration of success or sink you into the vibration of limitation. This is why you must speak only that which you desire, never that which you fear. The universe listens not only to what you say, but to how you feel when you say it. Emotion gives weight to words. Feeling is the electricity that powers speech. Without feeling, words are hollow. But when filled with emotion, they become unstoppable forces of manifestation. This is why gratitude amplifies the vibration of your words. It sends them forth wrapped in joy and certainty. And that certainty multiplies their power. When you say, thank you for my abundance, even before it appears, you are commanding creation to deliver it. Because your faith has already accepted it as real. Guard your speech as you would guard treasure, for it is the builder of your world. Do not speak carelessly about lack or hardship, for every idle word carries creative weight. Speak with intention, speak with vision, speak with divine authority, and watch how swiftly your world aligns with your declarations. When you wake in the morning, let your first words be filled with praise for the day ahead, for those words set the tone of the frequency you will carry all day long. Your subconscious mind records every word you speak. It does not judge, it does not reason, it simply accepts and executes. If you speak constantly of limitation, your Subconscious will produce limitation. If you speak constantly of abundance, your subconscious will open unseen pathways for prosperity to reach you. This is the reason affirmations are so powerful. They rewrite the inner code by repeating words of faith until the vibration becomes natural, until the new belief takes root in every cell of your being. Speak as one who knows their words hold weight. Declare, I am wealthy, I am wise, I am guided, I am in tune with infinite supply. These are not wishes, these are commands sent to the universe to adjust circumstances, people, and timing in your favor. The energy of your words travels faster than light. It moves instantly through the field of creation, rearranging possibilities and drawing into form that which you have spoken with conviction. There is sacred power in silence as well as in speech. Before you speak, enter the silence of faith. Feel the vibration of what you are about to declare. Let your spirit merge with the truth of your words, then release them into the universe from that place of power. When words are spoken from the union of faith and emotion, they never return void. They must bring forth results, for that is the law. Every great teacher, every prophet, every creator has understood the divine technology of speech. They knew that to speak is to create, that the word is the bridge between thought and manifestation. Your voice is the echo of divine creation. Your words are the instruments through which energy becomes matter. When you say, let there be abundance, you are repeating the first command of creation, and creation answers yes. And it is so. Speak, as if your every word will be made flesh. Speak, as if heaven itself is listening and eager to obey. Speak abundance into every area of your life. Speak light into darkness. Speak peace into chaos. Speak faith into fear, for the universe is tuned to your voice. It hears the tone of belief and moves mountains to fulfill it. You are the creator through the spoken word. Your lips carry the authority of divine law. Every phrase you utter is a brushstroke painting the picture of your life. So let every word vibrate with power. Let every word be a declaration of wealth. Let every word carry the frequency of truth. The emotion of gratitude is the highest vibration in the universe. It is the golden current that aligns the human soul with divine abundance. Gratitude is the invisible magnet that draws all good things closer. It transforms fear into faith and scarcity into sufficiency. The moment gratitude enters the heart, the vibration rises, and the flow of prosperity begins to move freely through every channel of life. For gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a spiritual frequency that speaks to the universe in the language of completion. It declares, I already have it. And the universe responds with, yes, you do. When you live in gratitude, you shift your focus from what is missing to what is present. And that shift opens new doors. The person who complains blocks the current of abundance, while one who gives thanks unlocks it. With every grateful thought, you polish the mirror of your consciousness so that it can reflect divine supply more clearly. Gratitude clears the fog of doubt and restores faith in the eternal law of good. The more you give thanks, the more reasons you will be given. Give thanks again. It is the infinite cycle of increase, the rhythm of expansion that never ends. To practice gratitude is to align yourself with the natural order of creation, for the universe itself is a system of giving and receiving. When you express appreciation, you are harmonizing with that rhythm and joining the flow of giving. Your energy says, I recognize the supply, I acknowledge the blessing, and the law of attraction answers by multiplying the source from which your thanks arose. This is why those who live in gratitude seem always to receive more. They are in constant conversation with the universe, speaking the language of abundance fluently. Gratitude dissolves fear because it changes the lens through which you view life. Fear says, I do not have enough. Gratitude says, I have more than I need. Fear contracts the heart. Gratitude expands it. When your heart expands, you create space for miracles. When it contracts, you block the current of divine flow. So the practice of gratitude is not sentimental. It is transformational. It is a daily tuning of your vibration to match the frequency of plenty. Gratitude is also the purifier of intention. It removes envy, jealousy, and resentment. For when you are truly thankful for what you have, you cannot feel lack in another person's blessing. You bless their success because you understand that abundance is limitless and the universe has enough for all. When you bless others in their prosperity, you magnetize more prosperity to yourself. Every blessing you give is a deposit in your own spiritual bank account, and the return on that investment is always multiplied. When you awaken in the morning, give thanks before your feet touch the floor. Give thanks for breath, for strength, for opportunity. Give thanks even for the challenges, for they are shaping your strength. Every act of gratitude sends a signal to the universe that you trust the process, and that trust keeps you aligned with divine timing. The grateful soul does not rush or worry. It rests in faith, knowing that all things are unfolding perfectly in moments of difficulty. Gratitude becomes your shield. It shifts your vibration instantly from despair to hope. When faced with loss or uncertainty, do not curse the situation, bless it, and say, I am thankful for the lesson within this experience, for every problem carries within it the seed of promotion. Gratitude allows you to see the hidden gift, and by acknowledging it, you activate it, and the situation begins to turn in your favor. Gratitude also multiplies the vibration of money. When you give thanks for the money you signal to the universe that you are ready for more. Many people repel wealth because they focus only on what is missing. They say, I never have enough, and the universe agrees. But when you say, I am thankful for every coin, every opportunity, every flow of income, no matter how small, you open the channels wider. The law hears your appreciation and responds with increase. To remain in the frequency of gratitude is to live in constant communication with divine supply. Gratitude is prayer in its purest form. It is worship without words. It is the soul's recognition of divine order and perfection in every detail of life. When you live this way, you stop waiting for miracles and realize that life itself is the miracle. Your heart becomes light, your mind becomes clear, and your spirit becomes magnetic to joy and prosperity. Gratitude is the master key to the vibration of abundance. It is the bridge that carries you from fear to faith, from lack to overflow, from resistance to allowance. When you give thanks, you declare that the supply is already here, and that declaration activates the law of multiplication. The universe cannot resist a grateful heart, for it mirrors divine creation itself. Every breath of gratitude expands your world. Every thought of thanks multiplies your blessings, and every moment of appreciation tunes you closer to the infinite frequency of wealth. The imagination is the workshop of the divine mind. It is the sacred space where all riches are first created before they appear in form. Every empire, every invention, every fortune began as a vision in someone's imagination. Imagination is not a fantasy. It is a spiritual instrument. It is the eye through which the soul perceives what is possible. When you tune your imagination to abundance, you begin to see opportunities where others see nothing. You begin to hear the whispers of intuition guiding you toward the riches already prepared for you. Imagination is the seed of manifestation, the invisible canvas upon which reality paints its masterpiece. When the imagination is directed by faith, it becomes unstoppable. It can build bridges across oceans and lift mountains of limitation. When you imagine wealth not from greed but from divine alignment, you are calling forth the essence of prosperity from the unseen realm. The imagination is your gateway to creation. It is how the invisible becomes visible and the potential becomes the possible. The universe responds to images held with conviction, for what you hold in mind you will one day hold in hand. Imagination is the magnet that attracts every circumstance needed to bring your vision to life. Those who understand the power of imagination guard their mental pictures carefully. They refuse to entertain images of failure, poverty, or fear, for they know the mind will manifest whatever it repeatedly dwells upon. If you imagine struggle, your vibration lowers and struggle must appear. If you imagine ease and overflow, you align yourself with the rhythm of abundance. The mind cannot distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is experienced. So, when you imagine wealth, your vibration shifts immediately to the frequency of wealth, and you begin to draw corresponding experiences. To imagine rightly, you must first release doubt, for doubt is the fog that clouds the creative lens of the mind. Faith clears it. Faith says it is already done, while doubt says it cannot be done. The imagination thrives in the light of faith. When you imagine with trust, your vision becomes a command to the universe, not a request. The universe does not respond to begging, it responds to certainty. It listens to the vibration behind the vision. And if your vibration says, I believe it is mine, the universe echoes back, it is so. The imagination is sacred because it mirrors the nature of divine creation. The source of all that is imagined, the entire universe, was imagined before it was formed. The same power that imagined stars and oceans now imagines through you. When you Realize this, you stop treating imagination as idle daydreaming and start using it as divine equipment. You become a conscious creator, not a passive observer. You build your inner world, deliberately knowing that your outer world must reflect it. If you wish to tune into the billionaire frequency, you must imagine yourself already there. Feel the security, the generosity, the expansion of consciousness that comes with wealth. Imagine yourself giving freely, creating joy, employing others, transforming lives. Your imagination must not only see the form, but also feel the emotion behind it, the feeling, the vibration that calls it forth. When you feel as if it is already yours, you activate the law of correspondence, and the outer world rearranges to match the inner state. To strengthen your imagination, you must feed it daily with beauty, inspiration, and truth. Guard it against negativity, gossip, and fear, for these are the thieves of vision. Read words of light, listen to voices of wisdom. Surround yourself with people who believe in possibilities, not limitations, for imagination grows in an atmosphere of faith and shrinks in the shadow of doubt. When your mind is saturated with the vibration of expansion, it cannot help but produce abundant outcomes. Imagination also requires discipline, for it is easy to imagine lack and call it realism. But realism is often just repeated limitation. Imagination is divine rebellion against what is merely visible. It is the courage to declare there is more when others see less. It is the audacity to see beyond appearances and believe in unseen supply. The great achievers of every age have been men and women of imagination. They refused to be hypnotized by circumstance and instead reimagined their destiny into being. When you hold the image of abundance long enough, it begins to shape your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind then takes over as a silent builder, rearranging conditions, people, and opportunities in perfect order to fulfill your vision. That is why you must never contradict your imagination with words of doubt. Say only that which supports your vision. Think only that which feeds your goal. Your imagination is a garden. Whatever seeds you plant, there will grow, and the harvest will reflect the quality of your thoughts. Imagination is the golden bridge to the billionaire frequency. It is the spiritual antenna through which divine ideas descend into the human realm. When you use it consciously, you are tuning your soul to the creative rhythm of the universe. Every vision you hold in faith becomes a magnetic field of attraction. Imagination transforms energy into form, thought into reality, and faith into fortune. When you live by imagination, you no longer chase money, you attract it. You no longer fear lack, you dissolve it. You no longer wait for miracles, you become the miracle. Action is the bridge between intention and manifestation. It is the proof that faith is alive within you, for faith without movement is like a seed never planted. It holds potential yet bears no fruit. The moment you act upon your inspired thought, you declare to the universe that you are ready to receive what you have imagined. Action is the vibration of belief. It transforms invisible desire into visible creation. It tells the unseen forces, I am in harmony with the abundance I seek, and the law of attraction responds in perfect rhythm. Every step you take in faith sends ripples through the field of infinite intelligence. Action carries spiritual power because it aligns thought, emotion, and will into one current of energy. When your inner world is tuned to wealth, your actions become magnetic. They attract the right people, opportunities, and circumstances. As if by divine design, you begin to find yourself in the right place at the right time, because the universe responds to the vibration of readiness. Many dream of prosperity, but few are willing to move with faith. They wait for the perfect moment, forgetting that perfection is born through movement, not hesitation. The universe cannot steer a still ship. When you move forward, even without knowing every detail, you ignite the current of manifestation. Every act of courage is a declaration of trust in divine timing, and as you move, the way opens before you. What was once impossible becomes inevitable. Action, inspired by divine intuition, is far more powerful than effort driven by fear. Inspired action flows from the inner whisper that says now is the time. It feels light, it feels certain, even when the outcome is unseen. It carries no anxiety, only conviction. When you act from this space, the energy you release is multiplied and returns with compounded results, for the universe loves momentum, and momentum is born through action. The most successful souls understand that abundance follows obedience to inspiration. When an inner idea comes, do not debate it. Act, for delay is the enemy of divine opportunity. Hesitation tells the universe, I do not yet believe, but swift and faithful action declares it is done when you act with conviction. You are placing your order in the storehouse of infinite supply, and the universe begins assembling every resource required to fulfill it. Even the smallest act done in faith holds cosmic significance. A single seed planted in trust can grow into a forest of blessings. Do not despise humble beginnings, for every fortune began with one step. Every empire was born from one decision. The law of increase responds to faithfulness in little things. When you move with discipline and gratitude, even the smallest doors open into greater realms. To live in alignment with divine abundance is to keep both inner and outer action balanced. Inner action, belief, imagination, gratitude. Outer action is movement, communication, creation. The two must work together like breath, inhaling faith, exhaling effort, inhaling vision, exhaling manifestation. The current of creation flows only when both movements are alive within you. There is no failure in inspired action, only refinement. Every step reveals the next. The universe teaches through experience and rewards persistence. When one path closes, another opens, but you must be walking to see it. Standing still keeps you blind to the signs that guide the willing heart. The path of wealth is walked, not waded upon. It unfolds beneath the feet that move with faith. Action also cleanses fear, for fear cannot survive movement. Fear thrives in stillness where thoughts multiply. But when you move, courage takes its place. You discover that the wall of doubt was only a shadow, and beyond it is the field of infinite possibility. When you take the first step, the second appears, and soon you find yourself carried by a current greater than your own effort, the divine momentum of creation itself. To tune into the billionaire frequency, you must act as one who already has what they desire. Speak with confidence, move with certainty, decide with clarity, create with joy. Every gesture must declare, I am abundant now. Your actions become a living vibration of prosperity, and that vibration calls forth its own reflection in the outer world. Wealth does not come to the hesitant, it flows to the decisive, for decision is creation, and action is faith made visible. Words are living vibrations, each one a seed of creation spoken into the fabric of the universe. Every word you utter carries power to build or to break, to attract or to repel. The tongue is the most sacred tool of manifestation, for through it the unseen becomes seen. Words are the frequency tuners of the soul. They determine the melody your life will play. When you speak words of wealth, you harmonize with the rhythm of abundance. When you speak words of lack, you tune yourself to the vibration of poverty. So guard your speech as you would guard your treasure. Your words are commands to the universe. Every statement you make sends out a frequency that returns multiplied. When you say, I am prosperous, I am worthy, I am open to divine supply, you are shaping the energy around you into agreement. The law of vibration knows no difference between truth and falsehood. It only responds to energy. So if you speak limitation, even as a joke, the universe hears a request and delivers accordingly. If you speak abundance with conviction, the law responds by orchestrating circumstances to match your decree. To master your words is to master your world. The wise understand that words spoken in faith move mountains, while words spoken in fear build them. Before you speak, pause and feel the vibration behind your sentence. If it carries faith and joy, release it. If it carries doubt and complaint, transform it. Before it leaves your lips, every word you speak plants a seed in your subconscious mind, and that mind will grow it into form. The harvest you reap tomorrow is growing in the words you speak today. Affirmations are sacred tools for tuning the mind to wealth. They are not mere repetitions. They are spiritual invocations. Each I am is a key that unlocks divine potential. When you say I am successful, you are aligning your vibration with the divine pattern of success. When you say I am rich in ideas, I am overflowing with blessings, you awaken dormant channels of supply within you. Words shape the atmosphere of your consciousness, and the atmosphere determines what you attract. Many block abundance by careless speech. They speak of what they lack rather than what they desire. They rehearse their problems rather than declaring their solutions, and then wonder why life echoes their worries. Yet the law is exact. It mirrors your dominant tone. So speak only that which you wish to multiply. If you desire wealth, speak wealth. If you desire peace, speak peace. If you desire opportunity, declare it daily until your vibration and your words become one. The power of the spoken word is magnified when joined with emotion. Words without feeling are empty shells, but words spoken with belief ignite the universe like sparks that set fire to dry wood. When you speak your desires aloud with gratitude and faith, energy ripples through the unseen realm, gathering substance. Until it becomes form, your words are divine instruments through which creation flows. Your voice is not small. It is the voice of the Creator within you, expressing itself through sound. The discipline of speech requires mindfulness, for silence too holds power. Sometimes the most magnetic words are those left unsaid, when they would carry fear, doubt, or complaint. Silence can preserve energy where negative speech would destroy it. Choose your words as you would jewels, polished, refined, and worthy of being worn before the divine, for every word is heard, and every vibration recorded in the field of consciousness. To tune into the billionaire frequency, you must speak as one who already possesses it. Say, I am aligned with infinite wealth. I am guided to prosperous opportunities. I am surrounded by abundance. My words command the flow of riches, and they obey. When you repeat such declarations, not as wishful thoughts, but as truths already established, you reprogram your subconscious mind to expect success. And what the subconscious expects, the universe must deliver. Words also create the vibration of gratitude. Every thank you is a magnetic pulse that draws more reasons to give thanks. When you bless your money, your work, your home, your relationships, you infuse them with divine power to expand. Blessing multiplies. Blessing and spoken gratitude multiplies fastest, for it releases joy into the atmosphere, and joy is the highest frequency of attraction. Gratitude, spoken aloud, turns the invisible into visible faster than thought alone. Your words are wands of creation. The divine power of speech was given not for idle chatter, but for conscious command. Every phrase either opens a door or closes it, either raises your vibration or lowers it. So speak deliberately, speak with faith, speak with the authority of one who knows that the universe is listening and responding with precision. Your words build your reality. So let every word you speak sing the song of abundance, and the universe will echo it back in overflowing harmony. Belief is the heartbeat of creation. It is the invisible force that shapes destiny and draws into form whatever the mind accepts as true. Belief is not a wish, it is a knowing so deep that doubt cannot uproot it. It is the silent law that governs the rhythm of manifestation. When you believe in abundance, you align yourself with its current. You become a living magnet to prosperity, health, and success. Belief is the essence of vibration. It is the pulse that keeps your spiritual frequency tuned to wealth. Every person lives according to what they truly believe, not what they merely say, for the subconscious mind obeys belief like a loyal servant. It cannot argue, it cannot reason, it only creates from conviction. If you believe that life is a struggle, it will manifest struggle. If you believe that life is abundant, it will manifest abundance. This law is impartial. It has no favorites. It simply mirrors belief. The outer world is nothing more than the shadow of the inner conviction. So to change results, one must first change belief. Belief is built through repetition, through feeling, through faith. Each time you affirm prosperity and feel its truth, you carve a deeper pathway into your subconscious mind. Soon that belief becomes automatic. And when it becomes automatic, it becomes magnetic. You begin to radiate an energy that commands wealth without force, for belief does not chase it. Attracts. Belief does not plead, it knows. Belief does not wait, it declares it is done. The power of belief is strongest when joined with imagination and action. When you imagine your desire as fulfilled, believe it is done, and act as though it already exists. You activate the creative triangle of manifestation. Imagination provides the vision, belief provides the fuel, and action opens the gate. Together they summon the unseen into form. This is the secret rhythm of all creation, the pattern followed by every inventor, every leader, every master of prosperity. To believe is to surrender all doubt, for doubt divides the mind, and a divided mind cannot manifest abundance. Belief unites thought and energy into one vibration of certainty. Certainty is the frequency of wealth, for the universe responds to clarity, not confusion. When you waver between faith and fear, you send mixed signals, and the flow of abundance becomes delayed. But when your belief stands firm like a mountain, the flow cannot be stopped. It rushes toward you in perfect order. Belief is strengthened by gratitude, for gratitude confirms the reality of what you have believed. When you give thanks before the manifestation appears, you are saying to the universe, I already have it, and that declaration transforms belief into fact, faith into substance. Belief without gratitude is incomplete, for gratitude seals it in vibration and makes it real in form. Every belief carries creative power, so examine what you believe about money, about success, about your worth. If your belief says wealth is difficult to obtain, you have closed the door yourself. If your belief says wealth flows to me naturally, because I am one with divine supply, then you have opened the gates to infinite abundance. Belief is not forced through effort, it is built through awareness, by replacing false ideas with divine truth to tune into the billionaire frequency. You must believe beyond appearances. You must hold faith even when conditions contradict it, for the outer world is always late to the truth of spirit. When you believe before you see, you step into the realm of creation. You tell the universe, I trust your timing, I know your law, I accept my abundance now, and that acceptance is the signal that summons prosperity. Belief transforms waiting into receiving, and turns desire into realization. Those who master belief live as if their blessings are already here. They walk with calm assurance, they speak with authority, they expect miracles not as exceptions, but as expressions of divine law. Belief gives birth to confidence, and confidence is the fragrance of certainty. When you believe deeply, your energy changes, your posture, your tone, your actions begin to align with the rhythm of abundance, and soon reality must match the vibration you have held within. Belief is the key that unlocks every door. It is the frequency that calls wealth by name. It is the inner yes that commands the universe to deliver. When you anchor your heart in unwavering belief, storm of circumstance cannot shake you, for belief is stronger than fear, deeper than doubt, higher than reason. Belief is divine law made personal, and when you stand firm in that knowing, the universe bows to your vibration and pours into your life blessings without measure.